Today is Tuesday, July 22nd, 2014. Happy birthday, first of all, to Prince George of England, celebrating his first year, and to Prince William and his wife, Kate. Congratulations, and to your family, all the best wishes. I know for a fact the first year of celebrating your child is quite amazing, and to see the growth and development from birth to 1 year is something to enjoy. And again, congratulations and happy birthday. This is Ontario Superior Court of Justice file FS/14 2625/00 within the Ontario Superior Court of Justice, Brampton. Family. There is going to be Ontario Superior Court of Justice civil litigation. I don't already have the file. That will be something that will be undertaken within the next month. And there's quite a bit moving forward. Supreme Court of Canada file to be announced. Again, has not reached yet, but should shortly be, given the fact that the circumstances were relevant to my case or to my matter, as amongst with others in this country, shall see the matter be brought before the Supreme Court to dealing with the Constitution in many ways, to supporting those that are here in this Canada, and hopefully from here, giving us the authority now to showcase how beautiful this country is, and that our children should be considered first, so that way we could then be able to go out into the world and do what is asked of us as Canadians. For that is what makes us and establishes us as Canadians. Now, I want to point out, this is my Mayoral Platform. This is video 23 of my platform. You're able to see other videos of my platform on YouTube, on Twitter, on Instagram, and on Facebook. If no one has already blocked them, and you know who you are, knowing that you are already observing the consequences for your actions. And I've already outlined this clearly as warnings, and it frightens me that these warnings aren't being accepted or taken with any seriousness. However, you know, this is something that you now live with and have to accept, given the fact that I don't know what much more is there to do to let you understand that this is inevitable. This is God's will, and moving forward for the people. I want to, in this platform, speak in particular to the people who operate the food trucks. I think it's a great initiative, and for anyone involved in the food truck or the food industry, they would understand the cost of operating any business with where there's food. You know, the goal for any business, you get into business to succeed, you get into business to thrive, you get into business to obviously move product or service, you get into business to facilitate to your customer base, because they really do come first. I want to point out, in the case of the food trucks, I don't know the exact value of what it costs to obtain a permit or a license, but you know what the city should be doing, as with any business, once there is any sort of revenue, is to be able to put back into the business so that the business could continue to grow, knowing that these are expenses that are clearly something you could write off, given the fact that it is supporting the growth of the business. With the case of the food trucks, the city of Toronto, especially in the summer, is perhaps one of the most beautiful places in Canada to be. We have the most ethnic, the most diverse culture or population than anywhere in the world, and based on what we do see here with regarding crime, it's minuscule that this many people can coexist from different ethnic backgrounds and not have violence and or actions against each other to causing problems, as we are observing in the rest of the world, which really speaks a lot, not just for law enforcement, but the policies and the people themselves. We have to give praise and give thanks to them for being able to see how beautiful this country is, and in wanting to raise their children to enjoy the beauty of this country moving forward. I want to get back to the food trucks. I honestly believe the City of Toronto should be doing everything it can to supporting the businesses by pushing businesses, holding these events, cultural events, special events, things like this, in a way to generating tax revenue. Most businesses don't mind paying the tax revenue because, again, if their businesses are doing well and succeeding, they're happy, and it supports the other sectors of society that are in need, especially the unemployment rate. I mean, you have many people that would be so happy to have an extra part-time job, or many youth that would love to have a part-time job throughout the summer, throughout the year, and so forth, or even to be able to own their own business. And being entrepreneurs and succeeding, knowing that getting involved, that there's efforts being made by government or the municipal government supporting them. I know that there are territorial issues regarding restaurants and the food trucks. So what I'm proposing is that the City of Toronto be able to work with the corporate side of the city, many of whom, and I speak of with regarding the Caravana, many businesses have benefited from this event and the festival for the last almost 40 years plus, and nothing really has been given back to these communities. I'm of the understanding that the City of Toronto is preparing for the Toronto International Film Festival, one of the biggest film festivals in North America. And I give kudos and take my hats off to those involved with regarding the planning and preparing and putting this together. They're making this an event that will be perhaps the biggest, if not one of the biggest film festivals in the world. And again, I congratulate all the staff, all the volunteers, everyone involved for doing an amazing job. I want to also reach out to all the celebrities and stars, entertainers, agents, and so forth for partaking in this, because I think Toronto can do this, outshining everywhere else in the world. Moving forward. So events like this, where I suspect the issues regarding the umbrellas being purchased for these exorbitant amounts of money, I honestly believe that in order to help supporting the issues regarding gun crime or violence in some of the more socio-economic communities, or communities that are suffering, is to city to now being able to beautify those areas, and by purchasing massive plasma screen TVs that would be able to be put in, and be through the Parks and Recreation budget, that they would be able to oversee staff and be able to run movies out of there from Thursday through to Sunday, and other events, sporting events, things like this, concerts, that many of the people in those communities perhaps won't be able to afford. That way they're able to pay-per-view these events, and people will be able to come down and observe these events, and a schedule be put up moving forward. Now, I know that, as I mentioned, massive plasma screen, eyes light up, and big grins on some people's faces, because I tell you, this world is full of thieves, and there's only one way to deal with thieves, which will be something that will be discussed at another time. However, we could work with the Metropolitan Toronto Police in having them there on site during these events, and or to be able to circulate through on a regular schedule these parks, because again, clearly I understand where they want to have increased police presence, which you will have issues with many communities. However, in working with those communities, I believe by giving these things would allow for the communities to now begin to see that they need to work with these institutions in order to make people be able to go out and not be afraid of being in their community, to enjoy their communities, to love their communities, again, because they have the very right to be there and exist like everyone else. And there are many there that are taxpayers and good, hard-working people who just need to be able to enjoy their communities and to have that something to be proud of, something that they could brag about, you know what I mean, which is important for self-esteem. And given the fact that, we could talk about pushing and creating all these programs and bringing in all these experts, I would rather see the money spent to doing these types of things. So putting the money in Parks and Rec, and allowing for maybe even mini sub recreational programs to be be put up in certain areas where there's parks, and we'd be able to purchase the equipment, television or plasma TV, and sound equipment, and hire people from the community to train them to operate these things. I know we've gotten rid of the drive-in theaters. However, it didn't stop. We shouldn't have stopped from really taking and fine-tuning why these things failed. And I honestly believe this is something that would see many within these communities be able to have part-time jobs, being able to earn a little extra income, and have something to do from Thursday through to Sunday to look forward to as a community. And people could invite the city, you know what I mean, sit out there in the park, barbecue, and invite other sections of the city, people who have been misled to believing things that are not true, to just go and visit, supporting these communities, buy some barbecue, you know what I mean, help out these people who really are good people. You don't want to be misled to believing by the color of someone's skin that they are something from others who themselves are frightened and refusing to interact or to go out to involve themselves, to understanding that they really are the same, and problems exist everywhere, and in many cases everyone has to chip in to do their part, so that way these things could no longer be used to keep people apart. This city is a beautiful city, and I believe these are the types of things that are necessary. Now, the food trucks themselves could benefit and be able to be, generate extra revenue or income and not interfere with territorial rights of restaurants, and the city doing their part in driving those types of businesses or opportunities for the people who operate these food trucks, so that they could at least make back on their license and cover their expenses and whatever minor costs. And the hope is to make a profit, so that way this program could continue to grow throughout the city, given the fact that we have so many green spaces. I want to reach out to all the entertainers or musicians that are out there, and the artists themselves, to see if they would even be involved, or the idea there to put on a really amazing art show that would involve the elements: fire, water, ice. I mean, the air, the whole gamut, and bring out live classical music for the fans of art, those who themselves aren't fans or just interested, something to do. And if the restaurants could maybe donate some food or food items, just to make this a beautiful experience at some of the major parks. And I would think Hyde Park would be one of the most grand place to hold an event similar to this, that would drive in a lot of people into the park, a lot of couples, a lot of people who want to go out and meet, interact, socialize, and see how really beautiful this city is moving forward. I give praise, I give thanks. I end this now. I hope that come October, that the residents of the city do make that decision to see that a mayor should be able to love and know this city, understand this city, and not be able to just butter them way out of and talk nonsense. Talk it real, do things, and look out for everyone. You know what I'm saying? Everyone, including our seniors and our kids, as well as, regardless of who and what, we should be looking out for each other. Give praise, man. Give thanks. Almighty Father.